Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Maccabane101 and this is a first impressions video on the game Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 has just finally launched its final beta before it is released in August, and the only reason I'm able to play this beta is thanks to my good old friend Luke Hawkins, who has allowed me to borrow his account for the weekend to get you guys a video out. Finally, it's been about a week since my last video, and I do apologize, but computer has been having some serious issues as of late, but we should be alright to go, finally, with some more Guild Wars content. So, without further ado, let's get started. As you can see, I already have a character created. Yesterday, the servers were actually flooded with a lot of people in the starting zones, so unfortunately I couldn't really do anything recording wise because those zones were just flooded with people. The quests were being swarmed with hundreds of players just trying to get their characters leveled up as fast as possible, because obviously when you only have 3 days to play a game, you definitely want to get a very high level character very quickly when you're playing the game. So I only got my character to level 2 and then I just quit because I didn't want to spoil the rest of the game for me as a first impressions video. I only got a little bit of time to play the game, so now I'm actually going to play it for realsies for you guys on my YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and click on create a character. So I've never played a Guild Wars game before, but Guild Wars 2 has already presented itself as a beautiful and very cool stylized game. But as you can see here, you can choose from 5 different characters. You can choose from the Char, the humans, which was probably going to be what we're going to play because I really enjoy human characters in all games. I don't know about you guys. I'm sure a lot of people don't like humans very often because they are just used in every game, which is generally alright. I mean, I love the human race, so considering I'm human. Next thing, we have the Norns, which kind of remind me of the Nord, but they are awesome. We may actually play as a Norn because they actually sound really cool and they're hunters and all that jazz. You feel free to pause the video. You can read the description below here. That's up to you guys. The next we have is the Azura, which are these little gnomey kind of fairy guys. I guess if you've played Monster Hunter, they kind of remind me a little bit of the old guys that you walk around and see them, you know, just chilling in the map zones or something like that. Obviously, there probably is absolutely no connection between those, and I'm sure these characters were in the original Guild Wars, but like I said, I've never played a Guild Wars game before, so any of the lore or anything like that, I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to be pretty much completely objective about this game, but I have heard really good things about it so far. And basically, through my first impression, it's going to make me see if I want to pick up this game or not. Lastly, we have the Sylvari, which are very elf-like characters. As you can see, they even have the ears that make them look like an elf, and they have the green appearance to them, so they're obviously very wood elf styled, as you would see in something like Dragon Age or something like that. Again, there's no connection because the guys that make Guild Wars are in no way related to BioWare or anything like that, but I'm just kind of giving, you know, my own little comparison, I guess you could say. So yes, let's go click on the human because it's probably the easiest way to show off the customization, considering I've only made a human. So I'll show you guys the customization, and then I will probably switch over to the Norn because I actually want to try out the Norn. Actually, you know what? Let's just give up on the human and go on the Norn already because I don't want to bore you guys to death by picking everything. So it would turn out that the Norn only have a... Ooh, okay, I thought they only had a male character, but it looks like he can be a female. So this is a big bulky dude and pretty awesome looking lady. So I kind of want to, you know, the lady is awesome and everything. Dang, the first choice between male and female is so tough, but you know what? I gotta be the badass dude, because why not? Look how awesome he is. He's basically a Nord of Skyrim. Alright, so it looks like these guys are purple. Alright, so that was a little bit different, and he has a pretty awesome wolf on his shoulder there. That's really cool. As you can see, the art design is amazing. I'm playing this game right now in 1080p, so it looks fantastic. You guys are going to be watching this on 720p, of course. You get your 8 classes to choose from. You get an Elementalist, you get a Warrior, a Guardian, which is very much like a Paladin, a Engineer, which is, ooh, I don't know what engineers do. Engineers are technologically and alchemically masterminds. Alchemical masterminds. They employ turrets, grenades, elixirs, and a variety of other impressive devices and concoctions to overcome their enemies. And it tells you what armor they wear, which is medium. we have our Ranger, which is obviously a Ranger style of class, which has this awesome wolf on the side. And I guess as I was scrolling through all of these, they changed the skin color, but you can change that later on, I believe. We have the Necromancer, which is, oh my goodness, look at that. That looks awesome. Look at that. I think if you turn him a little bit, actually these wag a little bit, which is kind of funny. Ooh, I love the little bit of addition of the skull on the left arm. Very barbaric, very excellent to see that the Necromancer is very cool. This is probably like the biggest thing I like about this game is it actually has a Necromancer class, and I hope you get to raise skeletons with it. I will be probably doing a video on Necromancer in the future, but I kind of am probably going to be aiming towards Warrior or Guardian. We have your typical Thief class, and my goodness, this Thief looks like he has amazing armor already. Man, this guy looks amazing already. And lastly, we have the Mesmer, who is a very mystical-looking fantasy-style character, but I would say the best-looking one out of them all. I don't even know if you start with this armor. I completely doubt you would start with this armor. This is probably higher gear than you normally would start with, but wow, that is just some really cool armor, definitely very leathery. This right here kind of reminds me of the Assassin's Creed pauldrons that you get when you are playing. Is it pauldrons? I forget the name of it. Anyway, I think I might be a Guardian or a Warrior. You know, the Warriors are very cool. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm being a Warrior. Look at that. He is just a mountain of flesh right there. That is very cool. So I would definitely be a Warrior. Let's go a little bit further here. So each race gets their own slider. Say if you were that really tiny race, you'd actually get a slider probably around here or around here. And you can make him small or tall, but I think I'll make him as large as possible, make him menacing and evil. You go to physique. The humans actually got a lot more physique, and it's actually probably makes sense considering humans are awesome. This seems more human-like, I would say, but I don't know, what would be cool? Oh my goodness, that is just massive. I don't want to make him fat. You know, this one is actually pretty cool. He seems like a very awesome person, but I think this one might be the best for now. Even though he looks very human, he's very tall and menacing. I think he looks very cool. There's also tattoos that you get to pick. Oops. But it doesn't look like you get to see them very well. This is probably our starting gear here as well. Keep that in mind. Oh, wow, okay. So there's some tattoos that go on the face. Of course, we have this one. Unfortunately, I don't think you can zoom in, but you can rotate the guy. That's about all I know. You know what? This just sounds awesome. Oh, I love how it goes up on the neck. That is very cool. I don't think you'll be able to change these later on, so... Alright, now we can go to head options, which means you can choose how the face looks. And they usually have quite a few options to go for. I'm actually going to go for... Ooh, that looks really, really destroyed face, of course. A little bit too like that. Oh yeah, there we go. Hairstyle and color. So let's see here. Oh my god, that is so awesome. First of all, I want to actually change his beard because that's actually the more important figure. I mean, I could go for the nice clean cut, but this guy seems like someone that would have some ridiculously awesome beard, and that does not look... It looks ridiculous, but it doesn't look good. Let's see here. Yes! Yes! That is the beard I want. That is how it should be. Oh my god, this game is awesome for the character customization stuff. You know, I did like the brown there. I don't know what else I can do. Looks like he actually still has some of the tattoo that was here on his head, so that seems very cool as well. Or that's just part of the hairstyle, but I'm not entirely sure. But that's definitely very cool. I don't know what this is all about. So I think actually it would change stuff like the bandana, so if you wanted to have something like this, and this would look like an awesome mage, by the way, that would just be so cool. But yeah, as you can see, this is changing the color on the bandana and everything like that. But dude, this is like this perfect looking, just if you've seen the guy that has his eye like kind of cut a bit in Game of Thrones, that's the exact looking guy, except for he doesn't have the cut in his eye. That's just so cool. I really like that quite a bit. I love this hair. This hair is awesome. And I don't think I need to really change anything else. This seems pretty darn cool. He kind of looks like one of the guys from Dragon Age, the guy that recruits you to become a Grey Warden, I guess you could say. And yes, I know I'm spending forever on describing my own character while creating him, but to kind of speed things along, I'm just going to choose my eye color. I generally like to pick a blue. That's purple. That's a light color. Is there actually any good blue color? These are the only blue ones I could see here. Ah, here we go. There's some more blue. Or is there a red? Because red would be cool, but I don't think there is a red. Nope. Alright, I'll go with these even if that is purple. It could be. I can't really tell. A lot of games have a really difficult time trying to see the exact color of what you're picking, which is why I wish you could zoom in a little bit more. But as you can see, there is a lot of sliders here. Very big amount of customization. If you are familiar with the customization that was offered to you in games such as Dragon Age or Oblivion, this is very similar. You can do anything you want. You can change like the eyebrow placement and everything like that. If I want to make him like really angry, I can. I can make his eyebrow angle like that. Oh yeah, angle. That's what I meant to say. Look at that. That is just so cool. You can adjust his nose, but that is like the perfect dwarven looking nose, but he's just freaking menacing. This is what a dwarf would look like if he is, you know, normal height. If he's the same height as a human, but even taller than that. You can change, obviously, the mouth, and you can also go to the chin and jawline, so that's definitely very cool. And one last thing I really do enjoy is that you can actually customize how your armor looks. Now, I don't know if this lasts forever, meaning if you get new armor, if this will carry over to that new armor, or if you have to go ahead and paint it. But this is obviously your starting gear that you get when you play Guild Wars 2. So you have all 4 pieces of armor. You have your upper, lower, your headgear, and your footwear. And you can just you can choose from 3 different color panels for 3 different things. So as you can see, white turns this into white. I like to make this look like a little bit of a chainmail, probably a darker chainmail. Something like this would probably look a little bit alright. But of course you can change it to red if you enjoy red, or whatever your favorite color is. And this is actually the more important. I would say this is actually a better way of customizing your character than customizing the face alone. But the face is just a big bonus, right? So the nice thing is you get to actually color your character in any way you truly want. We also can, I guess, do the longer sleeve part, which I think would be cool if this was more of a dirtier color, because he's probably going to be defending here a little bit more, using his right arm for a shield and his left arm, or sorry, right arm for a weapon and his left arm for a shield. This will be probably a little bit muddier, a little bit more disgusting, I guess you could say. And that's only just my personal opinion on how I like to make my character. So more of a darker color. If they had like more of a, I don't know, not an orange color, but more of a dampened yellow. This is probably the closest thing to it. Or this. But if they had more of a dampened yellow, that'd be kind of cool. Make it seem like it's more stained with sweat and everything like that. But that's just because I like the idea of making it a little bit more visceral. Unfortunately, though, you can't change this color up here. On my human character, I could actually change this red into a different color, but instead I can't. Or yes, I can. Never mind. I completely lied. I am a liar. This seems like something that would be leather, so of course I can either go for a bright leather or a dark leather, which would probably make it look fairly cool. Of course you can do any color you want. Like a white would be very cool if he wasn't, you know, a warrior. I wouldn't say a warrior would be someone that is wearing, you know, white. I think a warrior would be wearing something that's darker brown, something that is basically, you know, just the leather that was grabbed and put together. And allowing this chainmail to be stitched together, which I think would look very, very cool. So I'm going to go for this kind of leather. And then basically what I'd like to do is just go and make sure everything looks fairly the same. For instance, though, this is not touching the character, so it wouldn't be stained or anything like that. So you can actually just go ahead and make this around the same color, or give it a little bit lighter of a blend. But here is Ackerbean explaining how to make a good-looking character in Guild Wars 2, because that's what you came for, apparently. But this is just, you know, this is what I like. This is kind of what I go through when I make a MMO-style RPG character. I want my character to look how I want it, and Guild Wars 2 allows it. And I like that because it allows me to do whatever I want when I play this game. Of course, this game, you pay for it, and that's it. And that's what I love about Guild Wars. I don't know why I didn't get the old Guild Wars. I think I just didn't think it looked very good. But I did play a lot of Final Fantasy XI in the time, and I was paying for that, so I was like, why would I want to pay for a non-pay-to-play game when I'm already paying for a different one? So in that case, I never got the chance to play Guild Wars 1. But in this case, this is awesome customization. This is how you do it. So learn from this company. I forget who makes this game, but they're awesome. They know how to make a good game work. Alright, next thing, let's make the hat. I'm actually going to choose something that will allow me to not have to wear a hat. But this would look really cool if he was like a pure grunt in that case anyway. But anyway, let's just color this up a little bit. Get all that. Ooh, that would be a leather, of course. So let me just go check that out. Yeah. Yeah, oh wait, that's a little bit too dark. Well, I guess it kind of matches a little bit too much if you ask me, so I'm just going to go for a little bit of a darker, muddier leather. Like they use a different leather. It actually brings out some of these little nails or beads, whatever they use in old-timey leather helmets and things like that to protect your head against things like swords a little bit better when they didn't have enough money to create things such as pure armor. Now, the hood is definitely an armor. It's definitely a metal, as you can see, so definitely would look very cool when it's like that. And what is the last one to choose from? So that would be the cresting, even though I'm not too worried about, like I said, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to remove this when I can. Now, let's not make it look goofy. Yes, there we go. More of a highlight color looks very nice to me. I know I'm just wasting a lot of people's time, and they probably have all left a video by now. It's like, Arcapane's terrible, he doesn't know what he's talking about, all he's doing is making a darn character. Well, I am, because I love this game. Well, I love the customization in the game, and as you can see, I'm just doing my boots. Now, yep, that's still actually chainmail down there, so I'll be going for that. And everything else seems to be leathery. I'm going to make this more of a darker leather for the straps, and I think that will work out just fine. So we'll go click on next. Finally, Acabine is done doing all that stuff. I wear no helmet. You can actually choose different things. This is what's going to make your character have his own kind of personality when you're playing Guild Wars 2. So you can choose to have a spang helm, a cap helm, which is like that, very still militia-like, or no helm, and actually get these side pauldrons, which I believe give you a little bit more armor on the side of your character. But then you get to see his awesome face, which looks awesome. So in the end, it works out quite nicely. And I love the little neck tattoo like that. So I wear no helm. A true warrior doesn't need a helm. My enemies will cringe and falter when they see the fearless determination on my face. Ferocity. Trouble may follow me, but I use my charm, dignity, or ferocity. Well, he looks like someone that would be very fierce and evil. Well, maybe not evil, but very powerful, and will fight for himself. Pretty much. So he will fight with ferocity because he's awesome like that. The most important quality of a great hero is that they defeat our ancient foes, honor the spirits, defend the mists. I would say defeat our ancient foes. A true hero has the strength to defeat our ancient enemies and protect the Great Lodge. At recent celebratory moot held in Holbeck, I blacked out, got in a fight, lost an heirloom. I would probably say got in a fight, because he seems like someone that would just get into a fight. So let's go to the next thing. When I was still a kid, I had a vision. A spirit of the wild spoke to me and offered its guardianship. The spirit was a bear, a snow leopard, a wolf, or a raven. Well, in many cases, I really love Game of Thrones, so I'm going to go with wolf. Alright, so this is the final character creation screen, which is where you name your character, but first let's read what our character is. Though trouble may follow me, I overcome it with ferocity. Wolf, my spirit guide teaches that there is a time for violence and a time for peace. I work hard to maintain my physical strength and prowess, and yet I know failure. I challenged my lifelong rival to fight I challenged my lifelong rival to fight at a moot, and in my overconfidence, I lost. I look forward to the day when I can even the score. I'm a warrior and I wear no helm on the battlefield. Because of this, my enemies falter when they see my fearless determination in my eyes. This is my story. Oh yeah, Grimorak. Because why not? And let's go next. And now we are starting the game of Guild Wars 2. Finally, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go.
I am Norn, hunter of the wild, born of the free and rugged Shiver Peak Mountains. In the far north, my people fought our greatest enemy, Jormag, a dragon of frost and snow. The dragon broke our pride, but it did not break our spirit. In our last hour, we heard the voices of 4 of the spirits of the wild: Bear, Raven, Snow Leopard, Wolf. They called us south, away from certain annihilation. We founded the Great Lodge of Holbreak and claimed new hunting grounds. Some say we should not fight Jormag. I say the greatest risk is to wager nothing at all. One day a hero will lead us home, and we will break the dragon's icy grip. I was born in the fire of conflict. My spirit has been forged and tempered like steel. Like my ancestors before me, I seek glory. One day, I will take my place among the heroes of the Norn. My strength is a gift from the spirits of the wild. With it, I can hold back the tide. I can move mountains. I can overcome anything that stands in my way. I am still untested, but already, my deeds have earned me friendship and great respect. Each year, a great hunt is called in Holbreak. Only the best among us are invited to participate. I shall use my might to collect trophies that prove my worth, then drink and boast of my victories. I accept this challenge. I relish it. Come, danger. Come, adventure. In the lodges and halls of my people, my strength will make me immortal. This is my story.
Alright folks, so here we go. Here we are in the world of Guild Wars. This is our character, Grimorak, who we have just created. And there's a wolf. Is that my wolf? Is that my wolf? Because if that is my pet, I would hope so, but I don't know entirely. This is the interface that we'll be using, of course. And let me just show you guys a little bit of the options here, as the game sound actually does turn on here. Very Game of Thrones area, so this is actually my dream right here. This seems very cool. We have wolf-born people that are wandering the area. My character looks very, very ready for war. And so let's go look at the interface. So let's go to options, because this is what a lot of people will probably want to see. First thing, of course, before we start the game, however, this is the first impressions video of a beta. So everything that you look at here is not 100% complete. It must be close to complete considering they're releasing it next month, but there will be bugs, there will be glitches that are still not squashed yet, so keep that in mind. If you see any bugs that happen throughout this video, that is probably going to be fixed in the final release of the game, or hopefully going to be fixed anyway, but this is exactly what betas are for. So you have your basic general things, such as you can see different interaction things. You can turn on auto loot, things like that. You have the ability to turn on your server time or your local time, and this is actually really nice. You can choose which is which. So if I turn on my local time, it shows that right now where I live, this is reading off from my computer, it's 3:32 p.m. But on the server time, it's probably different because I'm on a European server, considering my friend Luke is European. It's actually 12:32 p.m. So keep that in mind. I'll turn off the time for now, though. Actually, I'll turn it on to see how long this video is going to be. It's probably been about at least 15 minutes of me just talking about making a character. But next, there is the graphics section. You can choose what graphics you are, or what resolution you're in. You can choose your refresh rate, As for me, mine's is on default, considering I go up to 60 hertz. You can change your interface size, which is extremely nice. You have your graphics mode. You can use the slider to slide between the from best performance to best appearance. You should be able to play this game with relative ease. You can look on their website as to how good of a computer you need. As for now, I turned off anti-aliasing just so I can make sure this video can run nicely in 30 frames per second in case there's any sort of lag spikes. As I've said before, though, there is a lot of people that play this game from the beginning and make new characters to try new characters, so there's going to be a lot of people here in the starting zone. There's also sounds here that you can change, very normal, and there's control options, and you can rebind every single key in the game. So any key that you see here, you can rebind it, and you'll be totally fine to go and play the way you want. Other things to note, in the interface at the top right here we have our quest. I haven't clicked on anything and I already have a quest, so that's very, very cool that the game already adds in quests for you to use. On the top left there is a list of different things you can use, such as hints, hero, your hero, you can check on your hero, your inventory, your contacts, your mail, your Black Line Trading Company, which is probably my guild, or your normal guild that you join when you play this game. And you have your then you have your guild. Like I said, I haven't played Guild Wars before, so I don't know how their guild system works, but hopefully it's very good considering it's called Guild Wars. But and then file a bug report, which is really nice because you'll mainly see that in the beta. I wonder if they'll still choose to leave this in the final release, so people can still report some extra bugs in case they haven't squashed everything. And as you can see, other people are joining in the game as we go. At the bottom right, if you look here, and I hover over this, you can see that my quest is on my mini-map, and it's actually right here. You can actually adjust this and make this go down and up. I actually like having this thing be pretty large. You can zoom in on the map, you can zoom out on the map. As you can see, this is our current zone. I believe we're in an instance when you start a new game, which is fairly normal in a lot of games nowadays. Next we have our hotbar, which is down here at the bottom, normally where you would see it. You have your server artillery, which is your main attack, and you may also see that there's two other abilities here. I have Savage Leap and I have Hamstring, but I haven't unlocked these yet. The way you unlock them is by using your first ability enough times. They'll unlock very quickly though when you're playing the game, and you'll see that in a moment. Oh, excuse me. We also have Healing Surge, which is heal yourself. Every character has their own healing ability. Some characters have the ability to heal other characters, but mainly there are no true healers, I don't believe, in this game, from what I've read, from what I've heard so far. So yeah, mainly you will be playing the game and being able to heal yourself, which is actually more of a normal thing. I guess I've seen that quite often in most games. I mean, Final Fantasy XI back then actually already had it. Every character had their own healing ability, except for they didn't have auto-healing health, as you would see in games like World of Warcraft, or I think even Guild Wars 2 had some of that in its combat system. Of course, in the middle here we have our health bar. Now, I don't think that warriors get any sort of magic bar, so I'm sure if you have a mage, you'll have a mana bar, but don't take my word for it. I think I've heard things where there is no mana bar, but there is cooldown for all the mage attacks and things like that. So I will probably do a future video today or tomorrow on the mages, because I'm actually very interested to check those out, considering I played a red mage back in Final Fantasy XI days, and same as in World of Warcraft. So that's how that is. You may also notice that there is another bar on top of your health bar, and that is not your mage bar, that's actually your stamina bar. So if you double tap WSA or D, you'll actually do an evade. So as you can see, that's an evade, and that's an evade, and that used up most of my bar. I believe once you level up, you'll be able to pour stats into that and allow yourself to do some more rolls during combat. They're going to be focusing a lot more on this in the combat phases. They focus a lot more on keeping your character alive through evasion, and less trying to be more of a tank. So now if you look at this game, you'll see it's a very beautiful world, teeming with life. The skybox is quite good looking, I would say myself. You can zoom in on your character and look at him. He looks so awesome. That's actually my best looking character I've ever made in an MMORPG. He just seems like someone from Game of Thrones, doesn't he? But as you can see, yeah, this world is teeming with life. The graphics are very beautiful. And
Hey,
the animation
over
quality is
here.
really good as well.
You don't want to miss a chance for glory.
You may also notice that
Great
the
hunt.
game is,
Each year when the season comes,
I
fresh
think,
young hunters rise to
mainly
the challenge.
voice acted. I don't know if it's fully voice acted like you'd see in Star Wars: The Old Republic. And obviously the voice acting won't be as good because BioWare actually just has that amazing ability to find great voice actors and just put them into their game because they can. But yeah, they did what they could with this game, and I like that it's voice acted. A lot of people play games like World of Warcraft, and they'll just go through the game and be like, I'm not going to read a single line of text that doesn't matter, which is going to be mainly the questing. So the nice thing about Guild Wars is they put voices into the characters like Thora Griffinbane. My own character is voice acted. Every single character in the game, male, female, that you pick to be playing as, has a voice actor, which is good. More MMOs need to put that into their game, even if the voice acting is meh. But if it's Guild Wars 2 quality, I would say it's pretty reasonably good. Yeah, more games need to have voice acting because it keeps you more entertained while you're playing through the game. Rather than someone, joining a game like Guild Wars 2 and just not caring at all for, story. Join a game like World of Warcraft, not caring at all about story, turning on their music in the background and just, totally not immersing themselves into the game. And I think the nice thing about Guild Wars 2 is it actually really wants you to be immersed into the game. So as you can see here, I can run around, do whatever I want. Running is pretty normal. You can actually use the left and right mouse button like you would in World of Warcraft to run your character around. You can typically jump like in a lot of MMORPGs. And I don't know what the draw your weapon button is, but that doesn't really matter because all you have to do is just press 1 and you'll do your damage. So I guess you guys are probably aching for me to talk to her, so you just press F to talk to people.
Hail, hero! Are you here to take part in this year's great hunt?
Of course I am. Just tell me what needs to be done and stand clear.
Hunt down the wildest animals you can find and take trophies from your kills. Present only the finest to Ido the Tanner to prove your worth. Whoever has the best trophy and whose bravery is the greatest will be invited to join the Great Hunt. Newt Whitebear has said this season's event will be one of the most dangerous, so be ready. I've even heard the renowned Erstigulkin might attend.
I look forward to impressing them both after I've earned my place in the hunt.
Okay, so the Great Hunt, that sounds very similar to how the Bounty Hunter started in Star Wars: The Old Republic, which I actually really loved doing the Great Hunt stuff in Star Wars: The Old Republic, so let's see how this goes. Of course, this is a very medieval-styled game with their typical fantasy, not too far from Game of Thrones, except for Game of Thrones is very, mature rated and everything like that. So as you can see, there's this nice little drawn circle in this area, and I should be going out here and finding something to kill. So here we go. We have our first enemy. It's called the White Moa, and we're going to go take it down. So all we have to do is just press 1 while we run up to it, and enter a combat phase. Oh, I completely missed. Now keep in mind, you actually have to be close to the enemy to be able to do any damage. As you can see there, I pressed 1, and there you go. There's the attack. It's not like auto targeting me like, oh no, I'm not going to attack until I'm too close. You're going to attack because you told your character to attack, which I like. It's actually pretty good. So you have to be very close to your enemy if you're a melee character to do damage. Now I'm sure there's going to be characters that have bows and arrows or mages, and you can attack them from a range. So those will actually auto-target and fire, but still you can cast your fire when you are in fact far and far away. There's also a rabbit here, so I think this will be like a great thing to hand in for the Great Hunt, obviously. And we have a hunter over here running back. Cool. That's probably one of the NPCs. I don't know what the color differentiation is though, between a typical hunt or NPC and a player character, but that doesn't really bother me. I'm not too worried about playing with other characters. As you can see though, I just unlocked Savage Leap. As I was progressing and using this weapon, this was actually filling up the bar. So now I'm able to use my Savage Leap on this rabbit because I'm awesome. Oh, and I was a little bit too far away. Remember what I said about having to be close enough to enemies? You have to be close enough to enemies. Now I'm sure you can level this up over time and allow it, range 600. So no doubt you can level it up. Honestly, I have no idea where you're supposed to go to level things up, but there are some wolves over here, which sounds very cool. And all I need to do is find something to hunt. But I can't go too far away. What could be down here, though? There's some hunters. Anything to do?
I pray to the spirits of the wild. They rarely answer.
Okay. Oh my! That seems like something I would love to take. Let's go get that Minotaur. You're mine, fool! Oh, I completely missed. Alright, so let's deal with this this Minotaur here. Oh, I gotta evade. There we go. Alright. Cool. Alright, so now we took on everything else. This seems like something very awesome. We even have one of those NPCs helping us. Excellent. Now I can present my trophy. Contribution level gold. Wow, okay. That sounds very good. So you can search enemies by just pressing F. I have it on auto loot. So I actually... Oh, as you can see on the bottom right now, we picked up a hoof, which is our trophy. And it's a gold level trophy, so I guess we should probably hand that in, huh? Event succeeded, I guess you could say. Hunt and collect a trophy from a dire boar, owl griffin, or minotaur bull. Okay, so I just need one of those three. So at least they give you some choices. Quite lucky to bump into something like that. That seemed pretty awesome. And we'll head on back. So as you can see, right here, this is exactly what I meant by how I got this ability. You get this hamstring ability by using your first and second skill. And I believe that's going to work for the rest of the abilities here as well. There's also this thing called Flurry. Now I haven't used this, but I believe it's automatic. Oh, my adrenaline hit 27% apparently. Okay, I have no idea what that was. I didn't click on that at all, it just happened. But okay. So let's go and hand in this quest and see what kind of awaits us. I really like how the quests are just kind of given to you. Alright, so let's talk to him.
Hail, Hunter. I'm the local leather worker. Ido's the name. Show me your kills, and I'll make them into trophies you'll be proud to show at the moot. Pricking, singing, and boasting. I love a good old-fashioned moot. Others save their parties for holidays, but I say every day alive's worth celebrating. Hey, Newt, look at this impressive trophy. Worthy of the great hunt, I'd say.
Indeed. You are skilled enough to defeat your prey, and wise enough to revere their spirits. You are worthy to join in this year's great hunt. By my own hand, I've brought the mighty worm Isormir. He waits above in the plateau for one such as you to challenge him. The great heir Stegalkan watches over him now, waiting for the hunt to commence. When it is time, you and the others will go to the high ground, over the valley. There you will face Isormir, and claim victory, if you can.
I can, and I will. This is where my legend begins.
Okay. So as you can see, the voice acting isn't the greatest, but it's actually nice that they did put it in there. Like I said before, might as well have it. Considering it will keep people quite immersed into your game, and they will be coming back for more. So I guess I need to go over here. Accompany Ear on the Great Hunt. But there's an arrow over here, so I guess I need to go up this way and then just turn right. So that seems alright to me. Look at that thing, that's a Doliak, whatever that is. I'm sure anyone that has played Guild Wars before and has any idea what some of the monsters are would be able to easily tell me. New event nearby, I would say. What could that be? Test your might in the beast fight to prepare for Izimir. Hey, why not? Alright. Yeah. So I guess this is just one of those random events that you get to play in during the game. This game has a lot of those. It's just, you get to do whatever you want. As you can see, I've actually unlocked my hamstring ability, which is... Oh my god, that's a moose. I didn't know moose were important for hunting. But yeah, this is... I guess I just have to be in this area and wait for stuff to spawn. There's another one of those players, so I guess they have blue names. Oh boy. There you go. Fur flies. Is that a firefly? Okay. Seems pretty normal to me. Oh, there you go. This guy definitely seems like a mage with like black and red armor. Alright, so now I guess we are ready to go.
Hail to the finest hunters of the season.
Go up the stairs. This guy's probably going to be accompanying me. Now, we may not be in a party together, but that's not really a big deal.
And ready yourselves for battle.
Now, I wish I knew what the button was to holster my weapon, but I don't think we'll have anything to worry about, to be quite honest with you. Looks like it just holstered itself on its own. And we are climbing to 7,000 steps to the mouth of the world, or whatever it's called. Oh, looks like we have ourselves some worms to fight. Seems pretty normal to me. Be victorious in the Great Hunt. So we're already in the Great Hunt. Alright. That was pretty easy to get into the Great Hunt. Seems pretty normal. I probably should be leaping to these guys, but that's not really a big deal to me, I don't think. Oh. Okay, I think I crippled that guy. There's definitely a lot of worms up here. Probably not a good thing I'm getting hit all these times. I'm not exactly, you know, someone that's able to survive. There's a few warriors over here. Obviously NPCs. Now, if I do die, there is a ability to... or that is called Fight to Win, or Fight to Live, or whatever it is. Fight to Survive, I think it's called. And you may see that, considering I do die quite easily. Oh my. Like, you might actually haven't played this before. Or this, you know, character's story before. The human actually had a fairly different one, but this seems to be following a very similar path. So this is one of those boss characters that we'll have to fight, and most likely I'll be taking a lot of damage from this thing, which I'm, you know, very scared for, and I've already gotten constricted. So now I have to fight to survive. I'm gonna press whatever I can to do whatever I can. I'm bandaging myself to do what I can, and all I have to do is just kill one of these hatchlings. A little bit of damage. Heal myself a bit. There we go. Now we gotta do some more damage to this guy here. I'm gonna use one of my healing abilities. There we go. Now this guy will definitely fetch me a good score, I would bet, considering we're hunting stuff, so... oh boy, now I'm back to another one of these things. It's kind of interesting though, like, they give you a lot less health, but they make it quite easy to still survive, I would believe. Or hopefully, anyway. There we go. I'm alive again, I guess. And now, if one of these guys there killed that thing I was fighting, it would actually bring me back alive anyway. So it looks like we took this guy down. Very beautiful game, by the way. If I haven't mentioned that already, very good looking. Ooh, I love that photo as well. Wayfar Footholds. So this is Foothills. So this is where we will be partaking our normal quests, our main quests in the game, most likely, for this style of character.
What a hunt! I heard about your victory. Very impressive.
Thank you. It was a hard-fought battle, and I'm proud of my part in it.
An excellent beginning to your legend, friend. You know, a lot of folks around here have problems that need solving. A slayer like you could be a big help. Putting your skills to work sharpens them, and helping others wouldn't hurt your reputation either. Think of the glory.
I will seek out these problems and solve them. Then we shall see how my legend grows.
So obviously this guy that I'm playing wants to be legendary, and who doesn't want to be? Alright, so you get two choices now. Very similar to what it was before, but this is a different area, I believe, than I start at for a human. Which would make sense, I guess. And you can choose between a buckler or a warhorn. A warhorn gives you weapon strength, I guess. I don't know who would use that, but I will use my buckler, because why not? And also get a bit of experience points and some coins, and a leather bag that carries 4
Bow
items.
to me in my progress.
So, let's take a look at the inventory system. Very clean inventory system. Is very easy to know. You can actually expand it, so when you get to carry more things, you can expand it. At the bottom right, you have your currency. At the bottom left, you have your karma. You have options. You can choose things. You can make this compact if you wanted to. By just, I guess, clicking on it. You can show us hide your bags. Yeah, I'm clicking on compact, but I can't really see anything different happening. You can right-click, though, on the buckler, and you can equip it. Or you can mail the item to someone. Or you can buy more of them at the trading post, interestingly enough. You can also destroy the items, so you don't have to worry about dropping and just destroy them. You can probably click and drag it off the screen, but I'm going to equip this. I'm also going to equip this leather bag. So now I have 2 slots here. But as you can see, you can actually just kind of fine-tune this. Kind of like, you know, I don't know, kind of like that. And as you can see, I get 2 slots. Or both the starter backpack and the leather bag. Excuse me, together. So another thing that they allow you to do in the beta is at the bottom, or at the top right, you have the Great Hunt. It's a Great Hunt. Help us improve Guild Wars 2 by rating this story. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say this was actually quite fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was fairly easy, to be fair with you guys, but that's kind of normal for a beginning part of the game. The story, you know, pretty interesting, but it's very simple to get through it, so I'm actually going to drop that down to a 3. Very simple, and they didn't really expand on it too much. It was kind of just, you know, your typical, oh, do this, and you're done. But it was very cool. Definitely not, you know, bad or boring or anything, but it was, you know, kind of an average story. And the characters, yeah, you know what, I forgot every character that was in that story, but I'm just going to, yeah, I'm going to give them a 2. They should probably work on making their characters a little bit more interesting, of course. But it was a very cool world, and I thought it was very cool, and I had a great time. So I'm just going to submit that. I'm not going to put a comment or anything like that down. I have commented on a few things, though.
Slayer of Isormir, if you want to hear about more ways to gain glory, talk to me.
All right, I will.
This valley is a sacred but dangerous place. Visit the shrines to the spirits of the wild. You'll be tested by both our enemies and the spirits themselves. And look out for extraordinary chances to prove your courage. You honor us all by acting without being called.
Okay. So now they have showed us where all of the areas are to go. You can press M on your keyboard in case you forget. Now this game does one of those things where it doesn't give you any of those quests. And there's a trading post down there in case you guys are wondering. And equipment repairs. Ooh, I like that. But it shows you everything you need to know on this area here. Apparently this is a place where you can earn a skill point. I have no idea how or what that will do for me other than give me a skill point. But so we will check this out probably in a bit. Another thing to note is that you can see where you have been, and I think this these little dots here actually go infinitely while you are playing. So you can see and backtrace and see where you've gone on your map. Okay, so how this game does its quests is you don't go to a person and be like, and the person's like, here's your quest, do this and you'll get this. This game does it where, okay, we'll show you where the quests are, you go find them, and when you get there, you're doing the quest. There you go, you're in that area and you're doing the quest already, you didn't have to talk to anyone, it's happening. But not only for you, it's happening for you and everyone else that's in that area, and it carries out for everyone. So that is definitely very, very cool. And that person has a really interesting pet. So these are some of the shops in the games. Go check these out. Let's press F to talk. So this is how you trade, I would assume.
I pray to the spirits of the wild.
So this is a trading post.
They rarely answer.
And it's taking a while to load. So I'm assuming this is one of those things that are auction houses or something like that. We're not going to be really too worried about that stuff. I'm sure someone's yelling at me. It's like, it's not an auction house. Don't worry about it. You can actually do whatever you want with it. I have no idea. Find hidden raven eggs and return them to roosts. And to roost, defeat Skelk and destroy their nests. Interesting. Okay. So if we defeat Skelk, we can do this quest here. Which is honor the spirit of the raven. So I'm assuming we'll find more stuff up there. Ooh, there's a raven egg, so might as well take that. Character had to pull out a sword to do that, I guess. Ooh, more raven eggs. So as you can see, there's a progress bar that should raise. But I don't know exactly how. Place egg back in the roost. Ah, okay. And if I click on it again, okay. So we need to find more of those things and put those eggs back. Let's go check that out.
Raven knows, but does not always reveal.
Okay, so we have one of these eggs. Looks like these eggs were misplaced. This is a very simple quest, kind of like a fetch quest, but there's going to be some things we can kill. I guess those Skelk were eating some of the eggs, which is probably why they are outside.
More often.
Ooh, okay, looks like we have another one of those raven eggs. I think you can only have one of them on you at a time, so I dropped the old one by accident. Let's put that guy in there, place the egg. Again, the progress bar is increasing. Let me go and equip this egg here, see if there's anything else. Don't think there is. Place egg. Leave. Oh, another raven egg. Maybe you can put more than one in the same one. I'm not sure. Oh, place another egg. Okay. Seems like a fairly simple quest. Probably not very interesting for most people. Probably not interesting for me either. This quest kind of falls a little bit flat. But again, I have the choice to leave this quest if I don't want to do it. So that may just, in fact, be what I'm going to do. Let's go talk to her right now. She seems to be the quest
Fortune must have
person.
called you here.
How can I help? Have you come to see what the eye cannot? Have you come to discover what is hidden by shadow? Sit, listen, hear, and what Raven has to say. Use Raven's sight to find eggs that have fallen from the nest.
Raven knows, but does not always reveal.
Interesting. Answer riddles posed by Raven's statues. Riddles, okay.
I've returned from the mountain.
I erode rock,
Raven
break
whispered
bodies, and consume
winds.
cities. Yet I am necessary for survival. What am I? You are a conquering army. You are an earthquake. You are water. Most likely an earthquake, I would assume. Wait. Water. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty easy. Why do I want to do these again? I don't know. Let's just do them anyway. Most entertaining game. Again, this is a first impressions video, so kind of weird how this game does this, but of course I'm only looking at the beginning of the game, and I'm sure a lot of people want me to see where the game goes, so this is going to be the very beginning of the game for first impressions, and then later on once I'm like level, I don't know, what, 20 maybe? If I can get there, I will continue some more impressions of the game. But for now, let's read some of these riddles. With me, you will never know reason. I will blind you to everything else and drive you to kill your enemy. What am I? Rage. Yeah, this is definitely rage. Raven is pleased with your insight. Okay, let's get more of this stuff. I feast on air, but drink no water. I have no eyes of my own, but without me you are blind. What am I? Okay, I feast on air, but drink no water. I have eyes of my own, but without me you are blind. Do birds drink water? I would assume they drink water. You are a tree or you are a bird. I have no eyes of my own, so you're definitely not a bird. But you feast on air. But without me, you are blind. So yeah, it's definitely going to be fire. Well done. God damn, I'm so bad at riddles, aren't I? There we go. I move without legs, I push without arms, I speak without words, I howl without a mouth. What am I? Probably wind, I would assume. Yeah. Yeah, wind. There we go. Such easy riddles, though. Fairly easy, and yet I'm horrible at figuring them out. I can be found on a mountain, yet you can hold me in your hand, or walk over me. I will outlive you. Name me. Probably a rock. Probably a rock. There we go. Ooh, check my mail. So yeah, you get rid of mail things as well. Raven sees all. Raven has seen your trading to his flock. He is pleased and impressed with your faith. Come back any time so that I may grant you the fruits of Raven's blessing. And a challenge await you. Hail, Slayer of Isramir. I heard of your victory in the Great Hunt, and Ayr Stegalkin herself recommended I contact you. I have a challenge for you, one that will benefit us both if you're willing to meet it. I await your arrival at Might and Main in Hullbrack. But glory waits for no Norn. Come see me, and I guarantee both our legends will grow. Byagarth the Blacksmith. Alright. Very cool. But there's some more riddles I want to solve, right? Or am I supposed to be doing more riddles? I guess let's take a look at this. From pain and scream I bring newness into the world. From me all legends begin, reveal my name. From pain and scream I bring newness into the world. From me all legends reveal my name. You are birth, probably. Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay, let's go talk to what's her lady. Should I, or if I can? No, she probably wants me to do all the rest of the work. Oh, wait.
Honor Raven and be
Raven
wise.
smiles. Do you seek his blessings? Sure I do. Sure I do. Okay. So I have this much for blessings. Raven offering. Raven totem. What does this do? Double click to gain increased precision, which I don't need. Salvage kit. Double click to salvage crafting materials from an item in your inventory. Has small chance of recovering upgrades from items. You know what? I really don't need any of that, so I'm just going to ignore it. Let's not worry about it and answer one more riddle, even though it seems to be going up normally. I could probably answer just one more. A mere breath can kill me, yet a spark can bring me to life. My form has power to dispel darkness. Reveal my identity. You're a candle's flame. Yeah. There we go. Event succeeded. Contribution level gold. Event succeeded. Alright, okay. I have finished the event. So I need to speak to Balgarth, who is way back there. So this will probably be the last thing I'll probably do in this video. And then there will be a future video, hopefully, as I continue this character. Or another character. And see what new things lie. Because you can't judge something like an MMORPG off the first few levels. But so far, I'm interested in the game. But some of the quests seems to be a little bit dry. But I did have the choice to not do that quest, so that was probably my fault from doing that. Probably not very entertaining to see that sort of stuff. This thing seems pretty cool. What is it? It is a Horncull Gather Waypoint. Okay, very cool. So that'll probably tell people to gather here or something like that. This seems like an instance, because it has a glowing, mystical, portal-looking thing. And if I portal somewhere, that'd be kind of cool, but I doubt it. Alright, so now I'm going into Holbrack. Excellent, that's where I need to go. Obviously. But so far, like, the game feels great. The animations are incredible. The graphics are awesome. The gameplay is really cool. You evade things when you're going around. Weird thing is when it loads new areas, it kind of freaks out and turns off the screen and turns it right back on. So I probably will have 3 instances of this video, which is going to be really weird. But one odd thing, though, is that this appears to not have a loaded map just yet. That's probably going to take a moment. So I need to speak to this guy. A weapon of legend. And this is my story so far, I guess you could say. Oh, okay. So am I following this arrow? Could that be it? Oh, there we go. Thank goodness. Okay. So now he looks like he's going to be over here. And I should probably take in this area a little bit, huh? This place is very cool. The world of Guild Wars 2 is definitely very unique. Very nice, very brought to life. And I love the snow. Very Skyrim-like in a way, but still has its own take. Just gonna walk into here. Looks like the door is fairly cracked open, so I can squeeze on in. 100 experience for exploring the area. Would you like to continue to Hunter's Hearth Home? Yes. So I guess this is throwing me into one of the instances. Kind of nice of them to do that. And now, I totally missed the guy. Speak to him. Oh, okay. Yes, I need to stay in Holbrack, I guess. I guess that was a fail on my part. Didn't realize I needed to do that. I just want to find a guy, man. Okay, he was actually just this way. So that going to that instance was a little bit confusing.
Nothing can bring me down.
But hey, whatever. I had no idea. Bye, Garth. There he is.
Good hunting.
Rygarth the Smith. What would you have of this season's finest slayer?
Oh, you're mighty confident for one so young. Reminds me of me after I won the great hunt. Oh, but that was a long time ago. I chose smithing over hunting, and I never regretted it. Now it's time to forge my masterpiece, a mighty weapon to break Jormag's tooth.
Nothing has so much as scratched the tooth in over 100 years. What makes you think you could craft such a thing?
Deldrimor steel. If I can get my hands on enough of it, I can make a weapon to shatter mountains. The secret of the alloy was lost with the dwarves, but I can smelt existing relics into the steel I need. Such artifacts have surfaced in a Jotun cave near Grollenfjord. Yeah, that's why I sent for you. If you can beat back the Jotun and collect the artifacts I need to forge the weapon, you might be worthy of bearing it. Interested?
Interested? Ha! I'm determined. Ready your forge for dwarven metal, Smithy.
Okay, so now we have a new quest to go and check out. But for now, guys, this has been my first impressions video of Guild Wars 2. I'm very intrigued to continue the game. If I don't get too much farther, I may consider actually purchasing it when it comes out next month. You can check out the game so far on guildwars2.com, I believe, and I'll put the link in the description just in case I got that link wrong. A special thanks again to Luke Hawkins, who has allowed me to play this game. You can check out one of his videos who are already on my YouTube right now. It's called, I believe, The Lost Story, or The Last Story, one of the two games. I completely forget. I'm sorry about that. But other than that, let me know what you thought about this video. What do you think about Guild Wars 2, and how far should I get into the game until I can really consider if I should want to play it, if you yourself has played the beta before. But I definitely will be playing this beta for as much as I can this weekend, and probably will do a video tomorrow on the mage style character, because that sounds very cool. To be able to not have to worry about mana. So if mana doesn't exist in this game, that would be really interesting. Not many games do that with their mage style characters. Excuse me. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.